Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of The Couch Talk. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at SITM Podcast. Subscribe. Let me say it again, subscribe. But anyways, yo.
Break your phone screen.
Hey, follow us on all social platforms at SITM Podcast. In the building today, hey, I'm speaking to the beautiful ladies of the DMV. To my immediate left is Lula Day. I said that right?
Yes.
And to her left is Nadine. And to her left is Aubrey Sparks. Welcome, ladies. Welcome. Dang, why y'all
Thank you
just...
for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Please let the
Thank
people
you.
hear your voice.
Yes.
Come on. We're not gonna keep going through this. But anyways, with no further ado, let me just put the topic out there. Right. The topic is what makes sex good or bad.
Oh. Wow, you went straight to it.
I'm expecting the energy I was giving,
Yes.
behind the scenes. So
Can I go?
yeah, please.
Okay.
Please.
So to me, right, what makes sex good is communication. If you can tell the person what you want and how you want it done, don't just lay there and then you're not feeling it and then you're not talking. How the hell do you expect your partner to know you're not feeling it? You need to talk. You need to tell him, you need to do this, you need to do that. Sometimes, for example, maybe your partner just left another relationship. Maybe what was working for the ex isn't working for you. And if he's doing it another way, you have to communicate. And then also, you have to be the kind of person who is open-minded. You have to be ready to try different things. Don't be the kind of person that you just want
You said
the
ready
same.
to try different things?
Yeah.
Like, to what extent? What
No.
you mean,
Listen. I mean, to the extent that fits you. Listen. When I say you should be able to try different things, it doesn't mean you should hang yourself on the ceiling.
I was just about to say, girl,
No,
you been
no.
jumping off the dresser? Like, what
No. Try
Okay.
different things and to try what as things that will work for you.
Okay.
Don't just be the kind of person that you just want to do only what you feel like, okay, I'm
That
good
you've done
here.
before.
Sometimes give your partner the opportunity to do things that maybe you've never experienced before. That's how you get to discover certain things too. Because maybe the best thing you ever had, you've really never had it.
Hey.
You've really
Please repeat that again. Repeat that.
Yeah, I said maybe the best you had, you've really never had it.
Hey,
So you
Jesus.
need to give room for new things you might discover better or even the best.
I like you.
Amen.
You have to give room for those things.
Amen.
Tell your boyfriend is Liddy. Anyways. What do you guys think? What makes sex good or bad?
Let's stick with the positive. So you said,
We're still gonna come back to the negative.
yeah.
Anyways.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
let's
can
just
do
talk
that
about the
too.
good now
Let's
and
talk
then-
about the good.
Cool.
So for me, it's mental stimulation. Because when you have my mind, my body has no choice to follow. You know what I'm saying? No issues when you're in the mind. And you know how you talk about communication, you have to be able to tell your partners what you want. But when you have, of course, when you first starting off, you have to learn each other, what you like, what you don't like. But at a certain point, it's an exchange of energy.
Stop feeling
You
yourself.
understand?
should be like.
Stop feeling yourself sitting here, man. You're like rubbing yourself like.
Okay, well, I
Because
mean,
Because it's our conversation,
it's an exchange of energy. It is. And so when you get to the point where you guys are so in sync and you guys know each other, me personally, I want to love the man I'm sharing myself with, that I'm gifting myself.
Right,
that
exactly.
There's no ultimate, more physical, tangible gift I can give a man but this. So when that happens and you at that level, that mental level where you are in sync, it's different. That's a spiritual experience.
Man, next time, please. If there's any lady out there who wants to be the moderator for the latest couch show, please hit me up because I cannot. But
No, I
anyway.
mean it is.
No, I
and
cannot
then,
keep up.
Then you find
No.
yourself that you see they start listening to your nonverbal communication. You direct them with every sound and moan and movement. You don't have to use words. Now that is the kind of sex I want to have. That's why I'm waiting.
But honestly, I feel like having that kind of sex too, it takes some time because you guys need to learn each other's chemistry.
Absolutely.
Like you need to learn each other's chemistry. I mean, just very few
Absolutely.
people just meet that person that the first time the person gets everything right.
No,
like,
never,
yeah.
never.
It takes. It's a
Never.
gradual process. That's
And
what-
it takes conversations too.
Yes.
Before
That's what
the
you need to
actual
be
physical
open-minded.
exchange. Yes.
open-minded.
Yes.
It's the
What
word.
makes sex good or bad? Don't hold back down there because I see you already like.
I mean, I'm just trying to soak in, like, everything that these two ladies have said so far. I mean, I agree a lot. Um, I'm more so just like comparing my conversation or the conversation to the conversation that the men had, and I'm just thinking that it's more physical for them. You know what I mean? I don't think because just like the first person that spoke, I think that was, he really like grabbed my attention the most because he was so vulgar. He was so vocal about, like the physical aspect of sex. I don't think it was until the very end that, I saw someone really like getting in tune with their like spiritual side or their emotional connection that could be, intertwined with his spirituality. I just did not see that until the very end. So maybe you guys just have to warm up to it a little bit, but I just think that, you know, like for me, like what makes sex good or bad is, like I feel like it has to be organic. I'm not the type of female. Yeah, like I'm not the type of well, just this is just different from your perspective. I'm just not the type of female who feels like, I want to necessarily like teach someone what I want. I think you have to have a certain level of experience before you come in. I also think it's a matter of communicating to your partner what you do want. Like if that's something, you know, like if we're talking long term, if we're talking about someone who you're building with, I think it's okay to communicate to that person what you want and, maybe try different things. But,
Can I cut you short a little bit? Talking about that experience part, this is the thing. Everybody's sexual experience is different.
I agree.
This guy might be really experienced, but his experience, it doesn't meet up to your expectation. Some people want you to whip them, slap them, and do all the terrible things. But maybe your experience, it's not with things like that.
I'm not saying that.
So that's what. So listen to
No,
what
I'm not
Song
saying
doesn't
that.
have rhythm when you say experience, or that it moves, like things he won't do, or
I mean, so I agree with the notion that, like your bodies have to be in sync with one another.
Yes.
So I agree with that, but I feel like that has to be organic. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yes.
I don't
Yes.
think that, I don't necessarily think that can really be taught. Well, I don't know. I don't want to say that because let's say you had two people, who maybe have never experienced the act before. You know what I'm saying? And they have to learn each other. You know what I mean? What if, a man or a woman is dealing with someone who's never experienced it? So maybe the one person is experienced and the
And
other
lead
person
them
is
the other,
not.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So one person has to lead. I just think that it's okay to let someone else lead. And in this situation, I would prefer it to be the man, just because.
man.
I mean, just because for me, like I'm most people might not
And that's what I
necessarily
was
think
talking
this.
about. That's what I was talking
But
about.
I'm very shy, you know what I mean? So even when I do warm up
what
to
I was talking
someone,
about.
even when I am vulnerable with someone, even when I do consider myself like, in the rapture of love with someone, I still want the man to lead, it's especially in that type of way. So I'm not, I'm not comparing anyone else's situation to my own. I'm just saying that, in certain situations, it's okay to let the man lead. If that for me is equated with experience, then I feel like that's appropriate to say here. I just also think that, I am also comfortable because I'm very vocal. You know what I mean? I'm also comfortable with saying like, oh, I don't like that. Or, can you do this? Like, I don't know. For me, sex is also very taboo. I just, I was kind of raised that we don't talk about that type of thing. You know what I mean? It's just something that you do and not necessarily talk about, but again.
do or get done to you.
Exactly.
And then
There's very different, connotations when we talk about that word and in just the act in general, you know what I mean? Also, when women express certain things versus when a man expresses certain things. So I'm just, I'm just bringing that energy to this conversation. But what I'm saying, like me personally, I just think that I would want someone to be, the leader of that experience for me. So
But to me, that's what I say. It does, like, I don't think things should be like that. Because so many women out here have been letting men lead, and that's why some of them never had orgasms before. Because they've been letting men lead for the longest time. And they just lay. So, because they've been laying there for the longest time, and they don't want to tell what they really want.
I can't comprehend
That's
that
what-
experience.
Let me ask you this question.
Women out here who have really never had a real orgasm. Are
Let me
we
ask you
going
this
to say
question.
that's a lie?
I can't comprehend that. I can't comprehend that. I can't fathom that.
And that's what I'm saying,
just-
because most women like that are women who don't really want to express how they feel and what they want.
That's a problem.
Well,
Yeah,
I was
that's
just
the
about to say,
problem.
That's a problem.
Yeah,
That's
and
a problem.
that's what I'm saying, and it's a big problem
You know?
in our, especially in our African
African
communities, because people feel
community.
like talking about sex or telling somebody what you want or how it makes it look like, ooh, you're too nasty. And
But
things
that's
like
what
that.
they want as a nasty
But
woman, though.
That's what sex is
You
all
know?
about. I mean, sex.
Like,
I mean,
I just-
sex as a whole is nasty.
But let's not talk
Hey,
about
whoa, slow your roll.
When I mean,
Slow your roll. What do you mean by nasty?
when I mean,
What?
I say nasty, it's not.
When
I
they
say
were the
no-
bad girls.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
you know?
listen, it's not like cruel, but I mean, like, people who think talking about sex is nasty, but they can go ahead and do sex. Like, sex as a whole is something. When I say nasty, it's, you know what I mean? I mean, it's something really intimate. It's
Like, do we even
Why
talk
is
about
intimacy
it?
nasty? I mean, how? Like,
No,
why?
no, no.
can't-
She's saying what is said.
yeah.
You know.
Oh, okay.
Not what is. She's not displaying her opinions. She's saying, what
Just for the
they
record.
say
Yeah.
for the
Just for the record. and
People,
this-
yeah, that's what I was saying. That people think it's nasty.
Popular
or, yeah,
opinion
popular opinion.
in
Like
the
you talking
African
about
community.
it, or it's, but at
But
the
yet
end of
they
the day,
popping out babies. It didn't just
Yeah.
happen.
Listen,
Immaculate
what
conception.
what is nasty is you eating from the same plate as a pig. That's nasty.
Same plate
Okay.
as a pig.
As a pig, yeah, that's nasty.
Mm-hmm.
You
talking about
picking up your own shit and eating, that's nasty. Now, when it comes to sex, if you say that's nasty, I'll smack yourself real
No,
quick.
but listen, there are certain things that people do that you would probably consider to be nasty.
Of course, like I don't like cool, right?
Concerning sex, I
Cool.
mean.
No. See, that other part right there, that's like the extracurriculum activities about that. But when you talk about like just sex, like itself, like that should not be because everybody does it.
Well, it just depends on
but
the
this
person.
is the thing. Your definition of sex is not the same as another person's definition of sex.
Okay, what's your own definition of sex, please?
I mean, it's the kind of sex that you already know. I don't need to talk about.
Whoa! Listen,
I don't have a different definition of sex. My own definition is the regular one that everybody knows. But to some people, sex has to deal with torture and so many other
Oh,
things.
yeah.
You get what I'm saying? We don't
I
carry
mean,
sex on
to
the
each
same
his
level.
own,
You
to each his
understand?
own, to each
To
his
some
own.
people, sex is just all about maybe just having babies. To some people, sex is all about
Yeah.
feeling accomplished. I don't even know. Everybody carries sex different.
so let me ask you this then: what makes sex bad?
Okay.
Like, paint a picture of a bad, sexual encounter that you had.
Okay, I'll say lack of foreplay is the worst thing about sex.
No head.
Like yeah. Like how can you not give someone a
No
head or do
head.
something
I don't care
like
how big he is, how much he stroked the ocean. If you can't take, I can't comprehend. I'm sorry.
So then
That's just
So-
it's a problem.
warm it up first before you
Yes.
get it. Oh, okay.
that's what
Yes.
I'm talking about. Like lack of foreplay. Like
Yes.
some people they just dive into the thing that you're diving
Yes.
into the ocean. You want to swim or what?
Yeah.
Take your time.
Look,
Take your time.
No, there are some that will
Take
take
your time.
There are some that will take their time and do all that, but they just don't want to give head. They
Sorry.
want it, they don't want to give it. I just wanted to go straight to it and say that. Like
Yeah, like
you know.
people will just be throwing your clothes and they'll be falling on top of you. Like, what's this?
Yeah.
wow.
Or the gorilla sex. The gorilla sex.
Which one is that?
bang.
Okay.
It's just
And then
sex.
also, I think what is bad about sex is the fact that some men go out here trying to make almost every woman they sleep with squirt. Sorry, not every woman has the opportunity. Not every woman can squirt. You just see somebody banging somebody's child. I want to make you squirt. I want to make you. Not everybody can squirt. Just take your time, brother.
That's a thing.
Yeah, not every woman can squirt.
I mean, like that's a thing that men like trying to make every woman squirt.
I mean, some men just have that mentality that when I make her squirt, it means I've done the job well. So some of them are just out there just struggling to make somebody squirt when that person can't even squirt.
I mean, I'm about to go rogue real quick. Is squirting like piss or is it like where does that come from?
No, it's not piss.
Where does that come from? I mean, where does it come? I mean, it comes from the same place you pee, right?
Look, I'm not a sex ed, instructor, so I cannot answer these questions. I don't know.
I'll be
I don't
mad
know.
if somebody pee on my
So,
sheets,
know.
man.
no,
I'll be
so-
mad.
Well, I mean,
It's not pee.
so,
You sure?
It's not.
It has the same color as pee, though.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a
What
yellow
I
squirt
used-
before?
You see the
Have you ever
flashlight?
seen a squirt that is
You
wet
seen the
and-
flashlights the cops use? I
what-
use that
what-
to like
wait,
make
what-
sure like
Hold on. What has the same color as urine?
the orange like look, like them glasses right there. The shit.
No,
right
but
there.
what are we talking about? Squirt is a motion. You're talking about a certain fluid. What
Yeah,
has the
right.
same
That's
color
what
as
it
urine?
is. The fluid. That's what he's talking about.
Are you talking about our DNA, our fluids, our cum? Is that what you're talking about?
The shit that comes out. That's what
Oh.
I'm talking about.
Okay.
I don't know what.
So
But that's
you know,
not
you
pee,
remember
though. Just go.
You
I know
sure?
You won't hear
Squirt.
from my mouth, but go do your research.
wait,
It's not
by
pee.
squirt you mean like spray, a strong
like the
spray.
Sprinkler.
Right, yeah.
Sprinkler
That just
system.
means- okay, just imagine. Let me break this
He's
down for
saying
you.
it's
So
pee.
it's not a different fluid. It's
I'm
just
asking, I'm
a
not saying, I'm
sense-
asking.
Okay, it's just a height of an orgasm, a stronger push, a flow of fluid. It's a muscle contraction where more fluid comes out with a more powerful push.
So is that why, like when you say contraction, like
Yes.
you know, I'm thinking about like a kickback.
Yes.
Is that why when that
So when you
kickback
swing-
happens, the legs start doing like?
Yeah, because
Wait, what's
obviously that's why I was talking about
Hold
some
on,
men
you know
are
what?
just out
Wait,
here.
let's do this.
That's why I was saying.
For the record,
I'm just messing with
That's
you.
what I
I'm just
was
messing with you.
saying.
Record.
I'm
That's what
messing
I was
with you.
talking about. That some men are just out here trying to make a woman like.
'Cause they-
Obviously,
all they
if
do
a
is
woman
watch them
squirts, it means
pornos,
you know how to do
you know?
your job.
I just squirt. I just feel like she
but
peed
look
on
at
me.
guess what? Not every woman has the ability to squirt.
You hot?
Some
Yeah.
people just don't squirt. No matter how good you are,
Mm-hmm.
there's never just gonna be anything coming out.
You have to get.
So you can't just go out there slapping people and doing shit that you want them to squirt. Sorry, that's terrible. That's terrible.
So this is
Okay, hold
Very
on.
terrible.
Time out.
This
How
is
about
not
the
a-
women who say, "Oh, I'm coming," and then the man, probably the man is thinking, "Yo, some shit's about to like fly out," like, you know what I mean? Like the sprinkler system, like he's about to turn on the sprinkler system, but then nothing pops up, and he's like, "Oh, should I, like increase my
But
my
that's
puff
what I was
puffs or
talking
what?"
about. That's what I was talking about. And that's why a lot of you men mess up love making or sex. Cause if a woman is telling you I'm coming, it doesn't mean you should start running all over the place. If she tells you that I'm coming, go with the same flow. You understand? Because that flow was making her come. So, but when someone says I'm coming, you just start speeding like a car. What's wrong? What is wrong? Like, what's happening?
Let me just say this because I still have like in the back of my mind the conversation from the males.
I want
talk.
you to quote though. Can you remember? Can you remember or?
Well, very
Or some-
faintly.
I know,
Yeah.
I know, I know.
I wish I would've
Dr.
seen
Finn
that-
Dizzle was
that
talking
segment.
about the woman who was acting like the Holy Ghost caught her and she was just shaking and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
Gotta call
but I
another
remember
prevalent
that
one.
being equated
That's
to
a
her
good
having
orgasm,
I mean,
though.
her being on drugs or something,
Yeah, drugs,
or whatever
yeah.
it was. I don't know.
Oh,
But yeah, so
so they.
But
were-
why should you complain about somebody shaking like they're having Holy Ghost? If okay, but I mean, if the person is not on drugs but they're shaking that way, there's nothing wrong with it. Because actually, some people's orgasm actually comes with Holy Ghost. So you can't complain if the person is shaking. Let them shake. Yeah, let them shake.
They also mentioned girls who moan too loud, like some women fake their moaning and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, a
yeah,
lot.
They do.
yeah.
A lot.
What's up with that?
A lot.
Why?
You know, not to bruise his ego.
Right,
Yes.
that's what it is.
You know.
And then y'all gonna go
So not
about,
hurt
and then
his
y'all gonna go
feelings.
out there talking about, oh man, stroke the ego. So why is that
But
you don't?
we're not recording it and posting it on the
Yes,
channel. Talking
good.
about watch the podcast.
Oh damn. So hold up, I got a question though. Why would you fake it just to, like, what's up with stroking the
Because women
ego
have
thing?
advice and don't,
Yeah,
don't
but
get
a lot
their
of the
needs met
time-
exactly what these sisters were saying.
So how
And-
uncomfortable
Please,
would it be for you to say like, whatever you thought you was doing,
It's
you
whack.
really were not doing it? Like it was
imagine.
just it was horrible.
Will you ever even take out your pants again? You just take that thing and throw it in the trash.
Listen, I don't know about. I mean, yeah, like for me, like okay, I'm gonna speak for me, right? Yeah, it might stink a little bit, right?
What stinks?
Hold up, no, it might stink, not like smell,
Stink.
but
Oh,
stink.
sorry.
It might stink a
Okay.
little bit. What the person say, but like for me, it's all about education. It's all about education. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I want to know if I'm doing something good or bad. Like, educate me. You know what I mean? Educate me.
Ask her, how was that? What would you like me to do?
Good.
What could I do better? Ask her.
Oh
She
my
got a
God, you
mouth
just
too.
took
She
what-
could tell me
No,
what to
listen
do.
to
But
this.
even
I gotta ask her.
even still the same way, like the whole
You see?
like the whole like reenactment of the girls like moaning, like, oh my god, like it was so painful for them to hear, and like, you know, like it was just so like it was too much, it was over
Is what the
exaggerated.
men were
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah,
I
like
have to
some
make
of them
sure I
were
see the
saying
segment.
that they were just
Okay.
like, have you ever heard, you know, like have you ever heard, you know, just whatever. But
So they were complaining they were too loud.
they were complaining that it was
Doing
just
too
like
much?
it was unbearable almost. That wasn't the exact wording, but it was just like, you know, they were kind of mocking it a little bit. But again, you know,
I was
like,
part of it. We were not mocking. We were just saying.
Say
We were
what?
just. I mean, well, I didn't say it per se, but we were saying that some women fake moaning, like they just fake it. That's just that.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like, oh, they were too loud. Or some just fake it.
what's the? I mean,
And so, did they say that they pause when they know it's fake? And they be
Honestly,
like,
No, I
they
don't
have
think. I
discussion,
don't know.
or
I
they
don't.
just keep going because
I
they know
don't
it's
think.
fake, and they
I
just
don't.
happy
I don't
that they're
think.
there.
I don't think we said that. You know, the pause.
Why not
like,
though?
honestly, sometimes some women just mourn because a lot of women believe that when you mourn, it turns on a man more, and they just want him to come so they can rest.
Oh,
Because some of them are just tired of what the person is doing. Because right? Because people know that money will turn on a man, and they just want you to come quick so they can sleep. Because you're boring, you're disturbing.
wow.
Yeah, of course, money doesn't turn on a man. Like when a woman mourns the right way, it doesn't turn you on.
Fuck no.
Well, that means that the moans you'll be hearing are country moan. I don't understand.
I mean, like, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that it's not pleasant to the ears, but for me, it's more of. No, I don't prefer silence.
Jesus.
So you don't want
It's just.
you don't sounds what
It's
you
just a
want.
fine medium.
Oh,
You know, it's like it's a
So
fine medium
what
to
what
it.
would that be?
Like when it's excessive, it's just like, dude, the neighbors are sleeping. Like, why? Like in my mind, I mean, I would never say
So
this.
is it the volume?
Like
Why
this.
why would you not say it?
Huh?
Why would you not say it? If something is occurring that you're not enjoying, why would you not say it? Just like why is she fake moaning?
Yeah.
Why would you not share it?
Like this is my thing, right?
Uh-huh.
And this is a question I was going to ask you guys. Like, do you need a man to please you, or would you tell the man how to please you? Right? I was going to ask you guys that question. Same way as I don't really necessarily need, like the woman, if I don't tell her how to please me, she would never know. She would never know.
That's what I was talking about.
You know what I mean? So her moaning and all whatnot, like, that's cool. That's cute. But I'm just looking at it like, whatever. I might not say something. I might say something. But in that present moment, I get what I get and I move on from it.
Right,
You
so
know what I
then
mean?
maybe you're just not connected to the
Yeah.
experience.
I mean, of course, but if I'm connected to it, I will let you know. It's like, yo, babe, well, son, like
So
that. I feel like you was abusing the morning over there. You know what I mean? Like you was abusing it. Like, let's talk about this. And then she'd be like, no, it was real. I'd be like,
So at
but-
what point do you really care to say like, all right, so if the experience was just that bad, do you just like exit out, cancel it out, and you just don't do it again?
Oh,
Or at what
hell
point
no.
do you say like,
the morning has nothing to do with the feeling down there.
I'm just asking a question. I'm just saying. So at what point do you feel comfortable or asking discussing what just happened, especially if it was bad? Like, at what point do you just say, you know what, fuck it?
To me,
Excuse
right
and
there
know
and
what?
there.
I'm just not doing it anymore. Like,
Right.
To me, right there and there, because I won't want it to
Yeah.
happen again. Because the next time it happens, I might just be forced to do something that you won't like.
Right.
like
So-
what? Like what do you mean?
I might,
Like
I
pull
might
a
just,
pubic hair?
I might just yell and just say get up, or just say get out. You know.
Get out.
So
you're the ones that they talk about.
exactly.
But now, hold on.
Get out. Like,
listen.
do you say remove yourself? Like, what do you say? Like, how do you end this?
No, listen to what I'm saying.
Wake up. Put on your pants. Put on your shirt. Leave my house.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Your
I'm
mama's
saying that,
coming
right?
home,
All I'm trying to
you know?
say is don't give that opportunity for that issue to push you to the wall. You understand? When it happens, take care of it right there. Because the more it happens,
That's trauma. Yeah, that's trauma.
because the more it happens, you get frustrated. And at some point, you might just push them and they might fall down from the bed. So just.
Or you might hold a testicle and do this.
Oh yeah.
But anyways, let me ask you guys this, right?
You might pinch your pubic hair for a bit. So just know.
Damn, I just asked a question not too long ago and I kind of forget what I asked. Damn. Well, anyways, when you guys, let's just say that.
I wanted to interject
Okay,
and give you the
so-
definition though.
Okay, so while you're looking for that, I wanted to talk.
Hold on
one-
1 second.
Oh.
Since you want to give us the middle squaring.
I mean, it's basically what I said.
Okay.
So, squirting is when fluid comes jetting out of a woman's vagina.
But where's the fluid coming
Often-
from?
You mean the anatomy? It's not the urethra. It's not urine.
Where's it
There's
coming
a
from?
muscle behind the PC. Behind the PC muscle is what that's okay. You know what?
Where does
You
it
need-
go and grab the water that is shooting out? Like
The
Okay.
pressure, all the pressure
So,
you're putting
where-
into the person's legs, how water not come out.
It's no. It's
the
a
what
different
vessel? Because
place than-
I'm thinking of, where the piss is
Go
stored.
and do your research.
Urine?
Go and do your research.
I will do
urine?
my research.
Okay.
Go and do
I
your
will.
research.
I
Yeah, do your
definitely will.
research.
Sorry, I'm like uncomfortable about this, this conversation. I'm sorry. I'm like getting hot over here, but continue.
But real talk though, I want to know how women feel, when you guys, and we touched on this a little bit earlier, but when you guys like give men, head, right, and the turn around and all they want to do is just bang and stuff, without reciprocating the, the feeling. Like, how do you guys feel?
Honestly, it's so frustrating.
It's
That
just
means
like it depends. Are you a teenager? Are you 20s? Are you 30s? Like I just don't have time for that selfishness in my life.
I need you to
You know, I
reciprocate
just-
everything.
Dictionary, please.
It just, I mean, if this is the thing. See, I think up until now we've been talking about a lot of casual sex experience because I want, when you get to a point and I'm vibing with you and we connect like that, I want you to get to the point of anticipation where you want to devour me.
Yes.
We are not
Ooh,
debating what my love language is. You are learning my love language. You are
You're going with
excelling
the
in
flow.
it. You are mastering it. And then you will speak it fluently when we meet in the bed or wherever we are exchanging the sexual energy. You understand? It is a pleasing party. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to ask for it. And likewise, it's not like I'm expecting something I'm not able to reciprocate. But that's why I'm saving the best of me for my husband.
Listen, the question is, how many of you guys out there really know what your love language is?
Uh-huh.
That's the question.
Yes. Not what you see on pornos or what your brother's talking about or what you see on the music videos or what they doing in dance hall, what they doing in rap or what you think your homie is doing and he probably not even getting none.
But why are you pointing at me though?
I'm just saying.
Okay, I'm kind of
You're
confused
next
for a
to us,
second. Like,
so, yeah, but that's just what it is. Learn your love language because what I speak is not the same as her. It's not the same as her. It's not
Right,
the same
so
as
then-
you.
so then how
and
do you
and
do
her
that?
don't speak. Get to know the person.
Get to know the person. That's what.
Get to know the person. Understand the person. Ask them what they like.
That's what I was
You know,
talking about.
express what you like.
Like if you can't express what you like,
You know.
and if you can't ask them what they like, I don't see how you can really always connect, because you just randomly do things. And
Like random sex.
Yeah, like
And
random
that's why-
sex. And then you guys will just always end floating.
Okay.
So
I can't.
so are you guys opposed to one night stand?
It's not opposed.
I'm
I'm
not. I
built for
don't
it.
oppose, but me, I'm not going
To
to
each
do
his
it.
own. To
I'm
each
not
his
going
own.
to do it.
To each his own.
And
I mean, I will say yes, I am opposed to one night stands. I just don't think
For
there's
yourself.
any. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm telling. That's what I'm
not
talking
built
for
that.
myself. That me. I
Oh,
can't
so
do
we're
that.
just saying in
casual.
general.
Yeah.
I mean, if
Yeah.
people want to do it, they can
To
do
each
it.
his
But
own.
you know,
if
I'm
you
just-
can do that, and not be emotionally attached. For some people, it's empowering. You know, it's empowering. They want multiple partners. They want casual partners. They want to go without having sex, and then they meet someone in a club and go home. Maybe they have a friend. The friends with benefits. It's something you hit up when you dry. You know, and it's that mutual understanding, and you can talk about your kids and go back to your household. You know,
Yeah.
but I'm not built that way. And I enjoy that about myself, that I'm not built that way.
To other men watching right now, what message do you have for them in terms of just sex? What makes sex good or bad? Tell them like,
Okay,
yo,
for
listen,
my
man,
last
when you
opinion.
come when you come close to me, you better do this. Tell them.
What I'm going to say for my last advice is put in efforts to make your sexual relationship with your partner always memorable. Don't stick to doing one and the same things all the time. Like everybody gets bored. And if your partner is putting in so much effort, and you see your partner putting in so much effort, you bring that energy too. Because it gets frustrating when one person is really putting that effort trying to make you trying to always satisfy you, but you're not satisfying them.
Yeah.
So bring that energy. That energy should always be there.
That means that give her head too, guys.
Yeah, and please, no, but listen, don't say that means that give her head. That means give her head the right way.
Oh Jesus!
Don't go
So
and be
does
washing your
give her
mouth
head
down
and there's
there.
the right way.
Yeah.
Washing them. You know what? Next advice, please.
Yeah.
I don't tire you already. Hey.
Learn what they like. Learn what they like, their love language, and be able to speak it. It's very simple. Learn what they like. Talk. Discuss. That's all. It's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be work. It's not supposed to be boring. It's supposed to be fun. And it can be great exercise.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Is it a real? You know what? What's your advice, please? Before I start breaking terms here.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I feel like we have to understand the intent behind the sexual act first, because not everyone has sex for the same reasons. So, I mean, of course, if you're going to have sex with someone, I think it should be pleasurable. But again, you know, to each his own.
When you say intent, do you mean like, oh, we are just here Jackie Chan style, pew, 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 pew. Or we are here like Jet Li style, you know, we going soft, or we are Marvin Gaye style, like, what do you mean by intent?
I mean, like, you know, if it's casual sex, it may not be the same, you know, it may not necessarily have the same meaning. You know what I mean? Like, some people, they want to actually have sex with someone and they want it to mean something. You know, they want to feel a certain type of way. They want a certain type of, you know, like attachment or connection. You know, sex is different for different people.
Yes,
and I'm
that's
just
what I
saying this
said.
because, like, again, you know, I'm bringing, like, my feelings from the other conversation with the men to this conversation. Like, they talked a lot about, like, fucking, having sex, and making love. Like, I'm just saying, like, that's what I'm thinking about when I'm answering this question. So it's just like, you know, a lot of the times, you know, men kind of dictate that interaction. You know, I'm not saying that it's 100% like, you know, always like initiated by the man. I'm just saying, like, a lot of the times, like, men can kind of like determine where the sexual relationship is going, because a lot of the times, like, women are the ones who are kind of yearning for it in a certain type, or yearning for a certain relationship with the man, like, once sex happens. So we also have to take that into consideration. So we have to think about, like, does a man, you know, or not just, I'm sorry, not just what does the man want, but what are your intentions, you know, in the situation. So if your intentions are for it to be long term, you know, some men only want to have sex with someone, you know, just to kind of get that little, you know, that little feeling off. You know, it might just be for the night. Some women are okay with that. So it's not just the man agreeing. I'm not saying that men are out here always taking advantage of women. I'm just saying, like, you know, if that is the mutual understanding, if, you know, if that is the case, it just depends on the couple, or, you know, the two people who are involved, or the persons who are involved in this situation. So for a man, of course, I think it should be pleasurable, but, you know, you also have to take into consideration, like, the intent behind the sex as well.
Ladies, gentlemen, y'all heard Lula Day, Nadine, and Abril. That's their take on why sex is good or bad. Shout out, you know, my co-host Reflex in the back scenes, you know, the ones and twos. Hey, follow this episode and all other episodes via our YouTube channel. SITM Podcast is the handle. Hit that subscribe button. Follow us on all social platforms. SITM Podcast. Email us, you know, for questions, comment, referrals. If there's anything you want us to, you know, talk about on this, you know, group chat or the couch talk, the email is sitmpodcast237@gmail.com. Let us know. It's the couch talk, and we out.